Howdy, I'm Price. Welcome back to some more Graveyard Keeper. So, we're picking up where we left off last time. It's a new version. Whoa, there's rain effects. I think that's new. It's a new version. You can see down here, we're in version 0.678. Looks like we didn't lose all of our stuff, so that's good. Today, what I want to work on for the next couple of episodes probably, is getting our production up and running. As far as dealing with corpses and whatnot, we're not going to focus too much on burying too many corpses because, like I said before, we really want to get our quality up to the point where we can actually improve the church and use the church and give sermons in the church before we go around really filling it up too much, because it kind of puts us a little bit behind. However, we may end up needing some money, and if we need money, the best way that we're going to get money is going to be by... my rusty shovel has broken. The way that we're going to get money is mostly by selling burial certificates. So, that's important to consider. Right now, we're clearing out some of this stuff in our, front yard. Basically, these types of materials that you can break pretty easily are kind of the cheapest, we'll say, when it comes to... energy cost towards getting the resources out of them. We're going to be having to go to sleep a lot. We're going to be skipping past days a lot. There's going to be a lot of us having to build back up our energy until we can really cook and do all kinds of things, which we're going to need to gather berries and, grow wheat and stuff. There's just so much stuff that you have to do in this game. So we're going to be spending a lot of our early days just kind of coming back inside, going to sleep, heading back outside, doing some work. But let me take a look at our technologies. Once we wake up, we'll take a look at our tech tree. We'll take a look at our, gear and whatnot that we have and see what and how we can build things, because we need to be able to make flitch, which is boards and things. There's a lot that we need to do. We just got a new corpse, so let's go deal with that. You don't really want to be sprinting everywhere, actually. Because that can get you into a little bit of trouble. Now, this corpse that we just picked up, we could fix it up. We can look at it. We can see what the quality is. Do we want to bury it? Do we not want to bury it? Who knows? Let's check it out. It's got 3. If we take out flesh, that's going to knock it down to 2. I'm thinking we're just going to extract the flesh, and we're going to throw this body. And then I can show you kind of this is what you do with extra bodies, okay? So, it's going to happen a lot, to where we're not going to want to bury the body. We're going to want to, keep the quality of our graveyard at what we currently have it at, right? So, what do? You throw the body in the river. Look, dude, I don't make the rules. I just play by the rules, okay? That's how it works in this game. So, let's quickly run back. Let's, chop down a couple trees and stuff, maybe real quick. Just get ourselves a little bit more resource type things. Oh, need a technology for that one. Is this a smaller tree? All right. Then we can get a little bit of sleep. On Moon Day, if we want to, we could, go and find that astrologer guy. That could be something that we want to do. But we're not going to worry too much about that right now. I feel like we're going to save most of our quests and things for the future. So I'm going to quickly, while it's still nighttime, you actually get more energy if you sleep at nighttime rather than the day. So we're going to quickly fill up our energy bar before morning comes. All right. Cool. And obviously that's when it saves as well. So this game, it's a slow game, y'all. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. So we would like to be able to make a furnace. We're going to need some simple iron parts. It's not going to happen anytime soon. We need flitch. We need all this other stuff. So we can't do any of that stuff yet. But let's check our technologies. Like I said before, these are going to be some of the early ones that we're going to want to get. We learned how to make the grave pieces, so that's great. But what we're going to need is we're going to need things like this and carpentry. We're going to need sawing. Let's get sawing first. That might be the most important one for us right now. Then we're definitely going to want blacksmithing, because remember, we want to be able to build these repair kits and these repair kits. So we need to get ourselves a lot of these red XP points. We're good on green pretty much. We just need red XP points, and we'll be able to build both of those sets of things. And that's kind of what I want to be able to do first. So let's see. Oh, what up, Gary? The Inquisitor. I've just seen the Inquisitor right nearby, going up the path to which you. Oh, sod, he'll kill me. Or even worse. Calm down, I'll go distract him. Maybe I'll find something on that hill that'll help me get home. All right, well, let's go check this out. This is kind of a major quest component. It'd be good to get it out of the way while we've got the opportunity, but we're not going to really be doing too much with it anytime soon. So while I'm walking this way, I do want to mention another YouTuber whose series on this that I have been watching quite a bit. And, you know, I want to give her a little shout out here. Catherine of Sky. You should definitely check out Catherine of Sky. All right, let's check this out. Everything's ready, Monsignor.
Good. Were there any problems?
No, Monsignor, except there was this strange fella snooping around. Oh, there he is. Halt!
Guys, calm down. I live here at the graveyard.
He calls us guys. Why is he a cultist for certain, Monsignor?
Tell him I'm the graveyard keeper. I work as the keeper of the local graveyard. You can ask any of the villagers about me.
Then you're definitely a new one. I feel that you're telling the truth. Would you join me at the witch burning ceremony?
I guess it would be my honor, which is totally not okay.
So how did you find yourself in such an interesting position?
Dodge. Well, just happened. There's nothing special to say, really.
You're definitely hiding something, and I'll find out what. Here I am, the Great Inquisitor. I protect the one true faith and humankind itself. We're having a tough time in the town. The ship of the dead is already overloaded, and there's a new one stuck in the shipyard. Your graveyard is opening again at a suspiciously auspicious time. The dark cult is rising. I can feel it. Righteous anger rises with it in my soul. We haven't revealed a witch for a long time, and now we're lighting up the second one this year. And it's only the beginning.
Burn the witch!
Burn! Light the fire! Burn the witch!
So this is messed up.
Yes, Monsignor.
So you're about to see how dark this game really does get. That right there is messed up.
Long live the Great Inquisitor!
Hurrah! 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 So, you work with a lot of dead bodies, huh?
Yeah, I think it's part of my job.
And you live right beside the hill, near the graveyard. That right?
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. You know, I need someone to be my friend here at the village. A friend of mine is a friend of the Holy Inquisition. Villagers, they're different from us town citizens. You can't trust them. But you're new here. You might notice something unusual.
Sure. Sure, it'll be a pleasure to be your friend. Keep your enemies close, everyone. Keep your enemies close.
A wise choice. Friendship is based on trust and goodwill. To earn my trust and to be a friend of the Inquisition, you will first have to show your goodwill. So I have a couple of minor tasks for you.
What kind of tasks?
Everything in due time. Today is a day of wrath, not a day of sweating the minor details. We can talk next,
Mars Day?
Or any other Mars Day. I like to come here. There's no other place where I can feel my holy wrath so deeply.
New task. Come meet him again on another day. We're gonna get out of here. Okay, bye. Oh boy. Okay, so that's the Inquisitor. What a horrifying, terrible character. What I was saying before this all happened, there's another YouTuber, Catherine of Sky. I've been watching her series on this. Oh, we were much higher up than I thought we were. And I just wanted to give her a shout out and say, y'all should go check her stuff out. I'm a really big fan of her stuff now. She plays a lot of similar games to me, a little bit more on like the simulation side of stuff. But if y'all are a fan of mine, you'll probably be a fan of hers. Anyway, you should go over there, say hello, and, you know, be like, oh, hey, Stumpt Price sent me here. And that'd be super cool, y'all. All right, yeah, we'll bust a couple of these things. We need our red points, we need our green points. And then once we have all of the points, then we're going to focus on, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Woo! Sneezy time. Once we have all of our stuff set up, no, come pick this up. Thank you. And we can start making our repair tools and things. Then we'll go fix up our whole graveyard. And we're hoping to get that done by Sunday. I don't know that it'll happen by Sunday, but we'll try. Okay, how do we make the sawhorse? There, we want that for sure. So here you can see that we can place these things down in different areas. I think I want the sawhorse maybe up here somewhere. We want to save this space for like a furnace or something like that. So I'm going to put some of the smaller things up here like this. Okay, we'll close out of that. And I got to put it together. And obviously you saw it took some sticks to put together. And everything always takes some resources and some energy to put together. There are a few things I think that you can just place, but for the most part, it's this. Now we can make flitch and wood billets. So we're going to make a little bit of flitch for right now because we know we need that for a couple of things. And that should give us some experience points as well that are going to help us. This takes a lot of energy. And luckily, it's about to hit nighttime. So we're going to make as much flitch as we can. And we got ourselves another body, which I'm not going to worry too much about. We may just, you know, go pick it up and toss it over into the water again. It's kind of where we're at the moment. Let's make as many of these as we can before we run out of energy. That's kind of my goal. And we're at 11 and 17, so we could probably get our next thing. And then we'll see what we're going to need to move forward. And this is kind of what this arc of this game is going to be like. You find like a new thing that you're trying to unlock or to create or whatever, and then you slowly work towards that. So woodworking, we need 20 points, and then for this we need 15. Okay. And that'll let us make the Stonecutter, and this will let us make the Workbench for wood. Aha! So that Workbench is probably what we're going to need to make next. Now, we may need to unlock other technologies to actually build the Workbench, right? So we might like find out that the Workbench requires, say, metal parts, in which case we're going to either need to go buy those from the blacksmith or make them ourselves. Eventually, we will be able to make everything ourselves. Let me show you this real quick, the cooking area. So you can use firewood or sticks in order to create fuel, which goes up here, and it's just sort of a resource that's kind of hanging around. And then you can make different kinds of goods. Some of the things that we would like to make are muffins, which you can make with dough and honey, which honey you go and get from, you find bee hives and you go pull that out of there. And cake, which takes honey and berries and dough. And this gives you a ton of energy. And until we can make stuff like wine, that's going to kind of be the best thing. So let's see, how do I make dough? Is that up here? No, where's dough? Not there. Huh. I don't know how to make dough. I think you make it in the oven. Maybe you make it on, you make it over here probably. Aha, dough. So this takes water and dough. So what I have to do is I have to gather water, which I don't have at the moment, so I'll have to go gather it somehow. I'm not exactly sure where and how to get water. But once you have water, you put it into an ingredient in your inventory, and then you're good to go there. We have nothing in here, but we're going to fill this up. And okay, thank you. Shift click, shift click. We're just going to put food-related stuff in here for now. I know flesh is not technically food, but it also, remember, we're planning on selling it. Let's go deal with that body, and then we'll come back up here and we'll continue to work on our tech-related stuff. And again, I'll probably chop down a couple trees and things on our way around because that is going to give us the XP points that we need in order to start building those things. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So that's, this is this game in a nutshell. As you can see, this body's already deteriorating pretty heavily. So we're going to want to fix this thing eventually. And what'll happen is when the donkey comes by, the donkey will actually throw it straight into that hole. And then it'll already be in the morgue, which is going to work out better for us. The morgue kind of... think of it almost like a refrigerator. It's cold down there, so you throw something in there, it's going to last longer than being out in the hot, hot sun. I think we can pick these flowers too, yeah. And picking the flowers, there's no huge reason to do it other than, you can maybe get some XP here and there. In the future, we'll be able to gather butterflies and things. And, close that, please. I said close that, please. All right, and then you can eat them. And they give you a teeny tiny little bit of energy. Not a ton, but, kind of refunds itself. I wonder if I can fix that. Fix the fences here. Pretty hideous. We'll check that out. Throw the body. Goodbye, body. Like I said, right now, I'm not worrying too much about dealing with these corpses. As a matter of fact, what I could do is I could take a corpse, throw it in here, and then it'll count me as having one and just leave it there for a while, which maybe we'll do that with the next one. Let's chop down this tree, a couple trees maybe over here. Get a bunch of wood over there to start sawing into more... of the, what did they call those things? The, oops. Filch. Filch is what it's called, I think. Or flitch. One of those two things. All right, let's do this. And now, the technique that I'm about to use to move these logs around is one that I learned by watching Catherine of Sky. So that's, again, another reason that I wanted to shout her out is because of that. So if you right-click like this, you can kind of like juggle them a little bit. You got to get them kind of like lined up perfectly. But once you can get them lined up in a vertical line, juggle, I said juggle, okay, cool. Once you can get them lined up kind of like this, then you can just push them around, Let's move this guy back over. There we go. Now we should be able to carry all these up here. So this is a nice way of not having to like run back and forth and back and forth. Because at present, I don't think there's any kind of wagon or anything like that that you can use. So being able to have some way of doing that is really useful. All right. And eventually, we're going to want to explore beyond our little boundaries. There's tons and tons of stuff out there for us to check out. We have a little teeny tiny little bit of energy left, so let's just go ahead and use it. You can make wooden markers here. Those are a cheap, easy grave to make, but we're going to want to make some other stuff. Let's make some more flitch, burn the rest of our energy, and then we'll get up in the morning. We'll use some of our research points. I think we got to chop down a couple more trees to get to the red points that we need, but we'll get close to it. Okay. And we're going to want to, like I said before, we're going to want to like run around and go find, you know, honey and berries and all kinds of stuff so that we can eventually make our own food, which will allow us to be awake a lot longer. So that's something that we'll want to do. All right. We're refreshed. Let's keep that going. Oh, water's probably from over here, huh? Let's see. Aha, there we go. So if you take the water and you use it, what you get is the actual ingredient, water. Let's go throw that quickly in here. And what I really like about this game, something that I think is just like so neat, is I believe that that chest is linked with this. So even though this stuff is not in my actual inventory, it's in that inventory, which is linked to this here. So we can make dough or pastry dough. Which one of these are we going to want to make in order to prepare for making cakes? Pastry dough, not dough. Muffins are regular dough, cakes are pastry dough. So let's see what the difference is between those two things. Water, you need eggs. Well, we don't have any eggs, so we're gonna make just regular dough. So it's gonna be muffins to start with. We're gonna make muffins with honey. And we're just gonna keep making a couple of these. We'll store it in here for future, and then, you know, we'll deal with that in the future. Okay, now it is Sunday. Obviously, we did not get our thing done before this first Sunday. I didn't actually think we would get it done before the first Sunday. If I'm 100% honest with y'all, I thought it was going to take us a little bit of a while, so that doesn't surprise me too much. But look, we do have enough. We have 20 points of red, so we have enough to shift click that in here. Got all the dough. Cool. And you'll notice that when I shift clicked the dough, when I shift clicked the dough, it actually put all the dough that was in my inventory into that chest. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's pick up that flitch. And the same principle applies for every zone. So I'll show you guys again in a second. So let's get woodworking. Let's unlock that. And let's see what it takes to build this blueprint. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all the wood and everything I have in my inventory. And we're going to shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click. All this stuff is now in here, right? It's not in my inventory. I got to go sell that burial certificate. If I access this, it'll show me what's in that chest, and it'll actually use that chest. So that's pretty great, huh? All right, workbench for wood. We already had enough iron parts left over from something else, so that's wonderful. So this guy, that's a perfect spot for it. Perfectly fits in that little chunk. That means it was made for it, in my opinion. So let's build that sucker. All right. Now, one thing we can eventually do is upgrade our tools, and all the stuff like this will go a lot faster. Okay, so for making wooden grave fences, we need actual wooden planks, not flitch. Same thing with wooden crosses. Good to know. So, what do we need for wooden planks? We do have wooden plank recipe. We need the saw. 200. That's a lot of red points, y'all. That's a lot of red points. It's going to take us a while to do that, and I think that you need the saw in order to make the wooden planks. So it's going to be a while before we can make any of the wooden grave fences. We can make wooden markers once we can make nails. So maybe stone fences will be easier to make. So what do we need in order to get to the stone part of this? We need 15 more of the red points. So let's go look around and find somewhere that we can get some stone. Let's get some stone. We've got a good chunk of wood built up. Let's start getting some stone. And maybe we can find some places where we can find some ore, because that's also going to be something that we're going to need. But anyway, so red points are basically like physical points. That's the way I like to think about it. Green are kind of like nature points, I'd say. I feel like green has more to do with like gardening and things like that, cultivating. So that's where you get points like that. So you get it from like, you know, say like cooking, right? Or gardening or anything like that. So if you need red points, go do something physical. You'll also see that we have these blue points, and those are basically like spiritual points. Those ones are kind of tricky to come by. So we're going to have a little bit of a heck of a time dealing with that early on. All right, well, there's a new corpse for us. Same deal. We're going to just throw it away. We're not focusing on that again until we've got our graveyard up and running. It's gotta be gorgeous. Then we'll worry about putting more corpses down in there, because right now, I think we're doing fine with what we're doing here. Okay, just building back up our energy, slowly taking our time. Now, like I said, we kind of want to just build up our red points. We kind of want to just build up our reserve of resources and focus on those little details for now. So we got a little bit of green there because, again, this is like a natural thing. And also a little bit of red. So if you spam the right click there, it helps you to kind of like hold on to these while they're on the ground when you're moving them left and right. So that's why I do that. Okay. Let's pick some of these flowers just to eat them, basically. Yellow flower. Yep, let's go ahead and let's bust this. Basically, I want to get all the resources that are nearby first, because it's going to take us less energy to do so. There are some sources of resources. Sources of resources. That's a good phrase. That are kind of... I mean, essentially, they're infinite, right? There are sources of essentially infinite ore and infinite coal and all kinds of stuff. They require more energy to utilize, basically. So it's kind of important to, you know, take advantage of your cheap, easy access resources in the early game before you have to start relying on the kind of crazier ones. Like up here, we can get some ore. This is actually a good source of ore that's kind of like ready-made. Later on, we'll have to go over, there's a place where there's like some veins of ore that we're going to have to bust through. And so that's going to be... Is my inventory full? No, okay. That's going to be something that we'll have to focus on then. But, you know, we're almost at our 15 points. We'll see what it's going to take us to make the stone repair kits. And we'll just kind of get our way towards that. And, you know, we might find out that, like, some of the stuff that I want to do, you know, making the stone repair kits or whatever, that maybe it's going to require me to go do some other things first, to work on some other aspects of our area. I don't know for sure. Oh, is this full? No, it's not. Okay, good. I don't know for sure what it is that I need for that. So, you know, I can't say for certain that I'm making the right choices. A large part of this game has been me just wanting to kind of experience as much of it for myself as I can. So that's what we're doing. I need one more red point. So let's get our energy back. Again, it's daytime, so this makes it a little bit trickier. It's about to be nighttime, though. And there is still a corpse sitting on the ground, I just remembered. So I should probably go deal with that. I think what I'll do is I'll do that thing I said earlier. I'm going to just throw it in the morgue and just leave it there. Because there is a limit to how many corpses the donkey will bring. And so if I can do that, you know, we'll be good to go. And, you know, I would love to hear down below what y'all think you'd like to see us do in this. You know, I don't necessarily need, like... too many tips or anything. I have a good idea of how to do most of the stuff in the game. Okay, so we can throw in corpses here if we get the simple iron parts for that. But obviously making our own simple iron parts is going to be a bit of a trick. All right, that needs a technology to be busted. Can I press this? All right, let's break this. But yeah, let's get our last little... Oh, rusty pickaxe is broken. Of course it is. Right before I would get the experience that I need in order to do the thing that I wanted to do. Okay, let's use... our pickaxe with the whetstone. Now, the whetstone does have durability, so I need to keep an eye on that with our tools. Let's see the durability on this guy. It's at 80%, so we still got it for a while. We probably got, I don't know, I think it uses like 5% each time you repair. So, you know, we got a good, what, 20 uses left? Something like that? Sure. A little bit less? I don't know. Math's hard. 16? I don't know. Anyway. Plenty of stone. Yeah, put that all over there. Let's check our inventories, our technologies, and let's get this. So we can now make the Stonecutter, piece of stone, stone repair kit. So let's see what that's all about. What's the Stonecutter need? Sawhorse, stone stockpile, Stonecutter. We need some nails. How can I get some nails? Maybe we need another technology, like a blacksmithing technology. Aha! We need the Wooden Anvil, which is going to take 10 stony parts. So let's go ahead and let's start working on that. So as you see, like each time I'm working on one new thing, I learn another new thing. This area that I'm in right now is kind of a swampy area. We want to be cautious. I believe monsters can appear here specifically at night, but we want to be a little cautious about this. Oh, there's some slimes. Oh, ouch. Ouch, bro. Rude. Making me waste my energy slicing you, but we'll get some slime pieces, so that's good. By the time I kill you, I'm going to be out of energy. Okay. Well, let's at least get this one started. All right, let's head back inside. Let's do our sleeping. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. We're just slowly but surely. How am I doing on my XPs, I wonder? We might want to quickly go. This will also regenerate our health going to sleep. You'll see we'll get red points back now. I could go looking for, say, honey in order to make those muffins that'll help us with our energy. It's not... Muffins don't do super duper amounts of energy, but I mean, it is better than having to go to sleep all the time in the game. So it's something that we might do. Let's get that energy going. Let's head off in this direction. Let's do a little bit of exploring. We've done a lot of work today. Let's start doing, you know, fleshing out our knowledge of our area. I just want to see what's up around this area. What's this? Is this just more rock? That looks like rock. What is this stuff down here? It almost looks like a vine of some sort. It might just be decoration. What's this? It's a lot of green points is what that was. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the back of our church. Okay. So let's see what's up this way. Oh, actually, are these all... So I can bust all these, right? I'm just wondering if this is more just like big chunks of green. Oh, that was some stone. All right, so we got a little bit of red. Cool. What do we got out here? Ah, here's some honey right here. So I think if I go like this, yeah, I'm pulling the honey out of there. You can take damage from the bees, I believe. Yeah, I took a little bit of damage. So every time you gather honey, you're going to take a little bit of damage. But that's fine. This may be a permanent source of stone. I want to see what this is. If it is, that's pretty close by. That's not bad. Yeah, okay, so this gives you like the big chunks of stone, just kind of like the wood, right? And we'll need the stone cutting table in order to actually take advantage of those, I believe. Let's grab some of this honey. I can show you all the cooking real quick before we end today's episode. What is this? Bee garden. Oh. Select an object to craft. So we don't have the ability to repair this yet. E to repair. Can't do anything with it. But I guess we can maybe grow our own beehives here, so that's cool. So these hives, as you can see, there's no longer... When I went to grab them, there was honey dripping out of them, and now there's no longer there. So if we come back in a couple of days or something, we should be able to get some. I'm carrying this stone back with me just because. We won't be able to do anything with it anytime soon, though. So let's just keep busting some stuff, get some more points. If we can get up to our 10 more red points, I'll be happy that we'll be able to get some another technology done. All right. Let's get this last little piece. Probably have to go to bed pretty much right away. But I can also make some muffins. We might run a little low. Oh, these guys go here, by the way. This is the stone storage. So if we go like this, I don't have firewood yet. So if I'm going to do the oven, I have to use sticks. Oh, which I don't have anymore because they're out here. Take 20 of those. Said let's take... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I just won't use them all. So, go like this. I'm going to make some fuel from 6. It takes 10 sticks to make 5 fuel, so it's very inefficient to do this. You double-click it once, now we got 5 fire there. Double-click it again, now we got 10 fire. You got to do that over and over and over and over and over again to build up fuel. It's kind of a tedious process. But let's make some muffins. It's going to take, it takes 20 wood. So it's going to take all of our sticks to cook 1 set of muffins. But it will make, I think, 4 muffins. Yeah. So we'll let that sit. And while we let that sit, let's just get some of our energy back. And when we wake up, we should have some muffins that we can then use as a nice source of energy. Now, I'm probably going to end the episode here pretty quickly. Yay, nighttime. And we've almost spent an entire week in game this episode because I've just been like really focusing on getting stuff done. Haven't been going to town. Haven't really been doing a lot of other things. Get a little bit of green points here, and then we get some more muffins. Pretty nice. I believe that we can also, we could be able to also create the, not the stockpile. Oh, we can't make it yet. A chopping block in order to make some firewood, I think. Yeah, but we can definitely make some wood billets. Let's do that real quick. That should give us some red points, I think. Yeah, it gave me a red point. Let's make a couple of billets, because we already have a lot of flitch. And both of these are going to be resources that we're going to need at some point. So I just am trying to quickly tear through this, get my red points, and we can check what the Stonecutter is going to cost us, and then we can quickly jump back in bed while it's still nighttime, basically. Have the more efficient energy usage. So let's do that. I got my 10. All right, come on. Let's get inside. Let's go to bed. Capture that nighttime before it goes away. There's a lot of that, like paying attention to your timings and whatnot in order to try and make sure that you are the most efficient that you can be. All right. You can always hit E to wake up while you're asleep. I'm so refreshed. All right. So, technologies. We want primitive foraging. Unlock that. Wonderful. What do we need in order to make the anvil? Wooden anvil. We need, 3 more simple iron parts. So I'm going to have to buy those, I think. So let's go run to town. I may have made a mistake making this thing before making the wooden anvil, but it is what it is. Let's go see if we can't sell our... Yeah, we got it on us. Sell our burial certificate, and then use the money to maybe hopefully buy a couple of parts from the blacksmith. He might not have them for us yet, but this will be a good opportunity for us to kind of talk about the, quickly before we end this episode, talk about how the mechanics of merchants work. And one of the ways that those merchants work, you know what, we're just going to run. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Sticky keys. Accidentally turned on sticky keys. Okay. Let's just jump around a little bit. My apologies if you heard that noise. That boop beep. It's good old sticky keys. All right, let's talk to this dude. Not you. You. It's good you know how to use a sword. Cresval told me about how you helped him. I don't remember what voice I gave this guy last time. I think I went something like this. Here, have a beer. It's on the house. All right, cool. Now, trade. Please take this. He gave me beer. He gave me beer that I can give to Jerry. All right, we're going to sell him that. We got a silver off of that. That's cool. So we can definitely give Jerry his beer now, I think. I didn't know he was going to just give us a beer. Let's go find I think the blacksmith is just down this way, right? There's like a lumber yard kind of place over here, it looks like. And I believe the blacksmith lives over here. Yeah, there he is. Sup, bro? All right, let's trade. Can I buy? I can. All right, let's buy. I need 3 of these, right? Ooh, that's going to be... We don't have enough money for it yet. But I can sell him some of this ore. So you know what? We're going to sell him this ore. That's going to give us basically everything that we need. And we just spent like all of our money. But I think it was worth it. Now, the ore obviously would have been far more valuable used turning it into... what do you call them? Ingots or whatever. Can I take these? Oh, I'm taking your berries, bro. Taking your berries, bro. Heck yeah. There's lots of these little things where you can kind of like take advantage of people's resources, which seems a little messed up, but whatever. That person ain't there. They don't know. What I wanted to tell you guys about merchants. Here, let me show you real quickly before we end this episode. I'll head home and, we'll go to bed so we can save. I'll probably record another episode right after this, but, really quickly. You'll notice that there's a tier 2 here. The more we trade with this person, the more we'll build up our experience with them, and then they'll give us access to the ability to purchase other goods from them. So you'll see we can actually buy the next levels of tools from him once we get him to tier 2. So it may be quicker for us to actually buy and sell goods from him in order to build up our relationship, and then eventually we can just buy new tools from him instead of making our own. Or we can make our own. There's all different ways that you can play this game in order to suit the way that you like to play. Do you want to, craft your own success, or do you want to be efficient and, work with others and just specialize, right? There's opportunities here. Anyway, y'all, with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say goodbye for this episode. I'm going to race on. I did it again. Oh, no, that's bad. That's real bad. Now it's making the noise every time. All right, stupid Windows. I'm just going to have to not run around anywhere because in this game, you have to spam shift to run instead of holding shift. And that's a little frustrating, but I'll just have to deal with that. Anyway, y'all, we're pretty much back home. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to end the episode now. I am going to jump into bed and get it to save going forward. And then I'm going to figure out how to turn off those flippin' sticky keys, even though I know I've turned them off 100 times before. But with that, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you like your saw, please sure to give this video a like, favorite, subscribe to the channel. My name has been Price, and I will see y'all next time on Graveyard Keeper.